Okay. Now we will proceed to next presentation. I would like to give the floor to the delegation of Expo 2028 Phuket, Thailand. You have the floor.
ประเทศสมาชิกสำนักงานมหกรรมโลกเลขาธิการและคณะกรรมการองค์การนิทรรศการนานาชาติในนามของรัฐบาลไทยผมและประชาชนคนไทยทุกคนมีความยินดีและมีความภาคภูมิใจอย่างยิ่งที่จะเสนอตัวเป็นเจ้าภาพการจัดงาน Expo วาระพิเศษ 2028 ที่จังหวัดภูเก็ตซึ่งถือเป็นหนึ่งในเมืองท่องเที่ยวระดับโลกของไทยโดยการจัดงานในครั้งนี้จะเป็นการ Expo วาระพิเศษครั้งแรกในภูมิภาคเอเชียตะวันออกเฉียงใต้และเอเชียใต้ภายใต้หัวข้อ Future of Life Living in Harmony Sharing Prosperity ที่มุ่งเน้นการหาทางออกใหม่ๆร่วมกันเพื่อจัดการกับความท้าทายที่ส่งผลกระทบและการดำรงอยู่ของโลกรวมทั้งการผลักดันการเติบโตที่มั่นคงการจัดงาน Expo วาระพิเศษ 2028 จะเป็นวาระแห่งชาติที่ทุกภาคส่วนในประเทศไทยร่วมกันผลักดันเพื่อสะท้อนเจตนารมณ์และตอกย้ำความมุ่งมั่นว่าคนไทยให้ความสำคัญกับอนาคตของประเทศของภูมิภาคและของโลกอย่างจริงจังโดยไทยพร้อมจะเป็นเวทีให้กับคนทุกกลุ่มและเป็นศูนย์กลางในการบูรณาการและแบ่งปันองค์ความรู้และแนวปฏิบัติที่ดีแก่ประเทศต่างๆรวมถึงการร่วมสร้างนวัตกรรมและต่อยอดความร่วมมือกันในระยะยาวซึ่งสอดคล้องกับยุทธศาสตร์ Thailand Plus One ที่มุ่งเน้นการทำงานร่วมกับนานาประเทศเพื่อไปสู่เป้าหมายของประชาคมโลกประเทศไทยขอรับการสนับสนุนจากประเทศสมาชิกต่อการเป็นเจ้าภาพการจัดงานภูเก็ต Expo 2028 และยินดีร่วมมือกับทุกฝ่ายในการขับเคลื่อนการจัดงานให้บรรลุผลสำเร็จอย่างเป็นรูปธรรมและเกิดประโยชน์สูงสุดต่อประชาคมโลกตามเป้าหมายของการจัดงานต่อไปขอบคุณครับ
Yes, that is me. Excellencies, BIE members, distinguished and delegate guests, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you are wondering why there is a child here. I'm here because I'll be the one who will be living in the future and have the potential to change the world. Please allow me to introduce myself. สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Ananda Lakana. I am 12 years old and I am honored to be speaking to you today as the Phuket Young Ambassador. I am also been given the trust by the Thai government to speak to you on this stage. First of all, I'm 100% Phuket. And the word Phuket sounds like home to me. Have you ever heard of the phrase, you can buy a house, but not a home? To me, this is a very meaningful phrase. And for me, the word home begins in Phuket, my own province where I live and grew up. My home is also Thailand, my country. Most importantly, my home, which is also everybody's home, is the planet Earth we all live in. Despite my age, my generation is aware of the problems the society is facing in our own ways, like hunger, poverty, environmental damages, non-quality education, or even gender inequality. People my age understand how challenging they are. So I would like to use an analogy that the solutions to those problems are like the key opening the door to a warm and comfortable home. But where? Where will we find those keys? It will come from all of us together in unity. It will come from the loving care we have for each other. It will come from the knowledge and experiences gathered by our ancestors that inspire the new generation. And I strongly believe we will be able to solve these hardships that are holding us back. I may be 12 now, but by 2028, I will be 18. I will no longer be a child, but I will have the potential to change the world. And according to my analogy, people of my generation will be the key makers of the world. So if we don't act now, we might miss our own chances. And this is the message from all of us.
I was born here on this island. There are abundant resources to share with everyone, from both above and under the ground and the water. The island is surrounded by water, so is the world. The island is surrounded by challenges, and so is the world.
The world is changing, and our lives are changing too. Poverty is created by uneducated people from all over the world.
The earth, the ocean, and all the living things are thriving really hard. There has been a crisis that we all have been facing till this day and age. It's called climate change.
A lot of people are suffering, and we all need opportunities. We can start with a new blank piece of paper to create the new life standard. Care more, share more.
If there is a thing we could be proud of, it is the spirit of people here in Phuket. The spirit that is telling us to search for a better future together and never give up. The spirit that cares for people, planet, and looks forward to mutual prosperity. We believe that if we change our perspective, together we can change the future of our lives.
We, the younger generation, would be very thankful to have a strong foundation for a happy home. I would like to introduce Mr. Tirut Isarangkun Ayutthaya, the representative of the National Candidature Committee, to show us all how we can bring visions into reality. I, as well as people in Phuket, believe that this expo will lead us closer towards that goal. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณค่ะ สู้ๆ นะคะ
President of the General Assembly of BIE, Your Excellency Mr. Choi J. Choi, Secretary General of BIE, Mr. Dimitri, His Excellency Mr. Dimitri Kirkensis, delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. After we have heard the voice of our young 12 years old ambassador from Phuket, I humbly would like to address you all to state that her message is very important and must be answered. Although very young, she really knows that the world is now facing severe risks and problems. It reminds us as adults not to aggravate these problems, but to create the Expo 2028 Phuket to achieve success in terms of environmental and well-being legacy. It is on us, only us now, to find innovative and collaborative solutions for a better future of life. With our theme, Future of Life, Living in Harmony, Sharing Prosperity, the Expo 2028 aims to improve the quality of lives of the people, the health of the planet, and the path to prosperity. Through this focus, the beautiful sea, sun, and sand of Phuket as a famous pearl of Andaman, while extremely pleasant and life-nourishing, is no longer enough. I believe that the path we have walked creates impact on the lives of the people, especially the basic right to live and to live well. A person cannot prosper alone while being aware that other people are still suffering from all sorts of physical, spiritual, and mental problems. The Expo is going to stimulate thoughts about the quality of future life with an attempt to unlock the possibilities and ensure stronger and healthier future living of the global population. Of great concern to everybody, including the youths who are growing up, is the harm done to our planet Earth. The Expo must demonstrate that the people and nature can coexist by choosing the greener path of development. I believe everyone visiting our Expo will return to their home with awareness and satisfaction that the Expo will not gain at the expense of environmental sustainability, but through the conservation of the ecosystem and responsible production and consumption. They will return from the Expo having developed the mindset that we together can create the Expo with the balance of human and nature. And perhaps the loudest cry from our young ambassador was a concern about sharing prosperity of our development efforts and not leaving anyone behind. This is why we redouble our efforts to find and promote new gems of location so that the Expo can help to share the prosperity far and wide beyond Phuket, the region, and the entire world. For the benefits of all participants and the visitors, we would like to offer the opportunities for startups, innovators, and wisdom bearers working hand in hand as a change makers to find a collaborative solution for better quality of life and the planet, to satisfy the aspiration of the young entrepreneurs and the rest of the world. So Expo 2028 will not aim to create more of the same, but hopefully will provoke visitors with intense thoughts and awareness about the future of life. Ladies and gentlemen, we strongly believe that we, Thailand, are ready to launch the Expo 2028 to the world. Let us look forward to a well-thought-out design, built up not only from the creative abilities of grown-ups, but the aspiration of a very young Thai ambassador from Phuket, who one day soon will inherit the island from her elders. Ladies and gentlemen, our next voice of the future is another young, talented Thai architect. I would like to present to you Mr. Yosapon Bunsom.
If we can design this expo with this concept, we can redesign the world to be in harmony. Normally, we need to choose between the development and preservation of our Mother Nature. Why do we need to choose when we can have both? This is a precious land we secure for this expo. It's surrounded by national park. It's comprised of ecological context from peace swamp forest, with a swamp at the heart of the site. And the most valuable piece, which is the beech forest. It has more than 100 of local native tree species. And the beach right next to Andaman Sea. This precious land required an important and meaningful purpose to develop. At this expo, development means restoration, and preservation of our Mother Nature. We're going to use this land to demonstrate how we can create the future of life by harmonizing people, planet, and prosperity as a core value. It's going to be the new development model where people and all other species can thrive and create the prosperity for all. It will be the first expo in the forest. 45% of the site will be reforested, 30% of the site will be preserved as a forest area. It's only 20% is going to be the built-up area. The swamp area is going to be enlarged and the waterway will be reconnected to the nearby wetland to manage the rainwater and create a natural habitat. All the building footprint will be broken down into the medium-sized scale and smaller scale, providing with a green roof to collect rainwater and providing the solar roof to produce the green energy. All the area within the site will be easily accessible through the pedestrian network and system to making sure that it can be accessible for all and also is a place for other species too. After the sensitive and comprehensive development, we would be able to reconnect the nearby national park to work as one ecosystem with the expo site. This is the bioecological concept that we use to combine the flow of nature and the flow of the people as one to create a very unique experience for the visitor. The existing natural context will be preserved and also be strengthened. It's not only to become the expo setting, but it's also going to be the home for other species too. It starts from the forest zone with the international pavilions, swamp zone with the national pavilions and thematic pavilions, with the swamp at the heart of the site, with the total pavilion at the center, surrounded by the corporate pavilions. And the third zone, which is the preserved forest, it has the most valuable piece of biodiversity. And also the last zone, which is the sea zone, is the Andaman Sea is going to locate the Pearl, the landmark buildings. Here are the 4 highlights for this expo. It will be the first expo at the Andaman Forest. It will be the expo that designed based on bioecological concept. It will be the expo of the Green Expo by using the green energy and green transportation. And it will be the expo that produced the neutral carbon footprint to the environment. We would like to welcome everyone to be part of this expo to co-create the future of our life, where people and nature can coexist and create the prosperity for all. So let's begin the future of life journey. The first journey starts from the innovative and collaborative solutions. It's comprised of international pavilions, corporate pavilions, and also outdoor spaces for exhibition and activities. Visitors will drive through the national park with the forest as part of their journey before arriving at the first zone of the expo, which is the forest zone. The international pavilion will seamlessly integrated with the forest, which can be easily accessible and highly visible from the main entrance. The design allows the visitor to appreciate the innovation and cultural activities and also appreciating the ecosystem of the forest. Inside the pavilion with the biophilic design concept, it allows the natural light and nature to be part of the exhibitions. And it will be the opportunity for the participants to connect with the emerging market of Southeast Asia. The roof of the international pavilion is providing the setting for the future of agriculture to tackle the global hunger. The compacted size of the corporate pavilions, it will be the opportunities for the startup innovators with storm barrier and SME to create the new partnership and networking alongside with the corporate national corporations. The second zone of the expo, which is the best practice area, is an area that is comprised of national pavilions, thematic pavilions. It's going to showcase the wellness and healthcare facilities and industry. It's accessible through the main axis with the national pavilion on one side and thematic pavilion on another side. Inside the pavilion with a warm atmosphere by the use of the local timber material, It will be the perfect setting for the health and wellness industry to showcase the healthier life. Food can be the medicine if we can choose the right ingredient and right recipe. Food technology and biotechnology can be part of the solutions. The unique meditation practice of the East will be combined with the sensory technology to create the mindfulness within. Sleep well is a new happiness index. Sleep tracking technology will be combined with the natural sensory to create a retreat environment. The last zone for the expo, which is a Future of Life canvas, it will be the zone that encourages everyone to participate, explore, exchange, and having the dialogue. It starts from this forest amphitheater. It's a large venue to organize the cultural events during the day and during the night. Leatherback sea turtle is a native species found in this particular area that come to lay their egg. It's representing the longevity and harmony of life between people and nature. It has inspired us to design this turtle pavilion at the heart of the expo, which can be accessed through this main access. Along the journey will be the series of water feature and swarm environment. The turtle pavilion will be the main venue to gather everyone under one roof to showcase the cultural diversity and also gather everyone to having the dialogue to think about the global value and future of life. It can be seen throughout the day and night. The swarm is at the heart of the expo. It's representing the source of life. It will engage the visitor to relax, to play. It will be combined with the floating walkway, floating structure of pocket spaces for gathering. It will be the setting to showcase the green innovation relating to the green energy and green transportation as well. After this zone, visitors will be invited to go back to the nature, the preservation forest, which rich in biodiversity of flora and fauna. Visitors will cross over the skywalk and to see the nature from different perspectives and realize that we are part of our nature and other species on this planet too. At the end of the journey, the visitor will arrive at the Andaman Sea. There's no place like Andaman Sea. The feel, the color, the sound, the lights. It's a source of prosperity and a source of inspiration for many centuries. It will be the setting for the pearl, the floating structure. Inside the pearl, the visitor will be invited to experience the Andaman Sea and also to be inspired to think about what is the future of our life through the virtual reality and mixed media. The future is yours to co-create. This is the expo that we can co-create the future of our life by sharing innovations, exchanging ideas, having dialogue while appreciating the perfection of our Mother Nature. This is the expo that matters. It matters because we can co-create the future of life here in Phuket. The site has a good connectivity. It takes 20-minute drive to the international airport, 50-minute drive to the city center. It can also accessible by the rail system. We also provide efficient facility and infrastructure to support the expo, from hospital facility, convention facilities, and accommodation throughout the whole island. The impact of the expo is beyond the site. We're going to transform it to become the International Convention Center, International Health and Wellness Center, and also the ecological park to be shared among the people and other species too. Dream now, act now. The future starts here. And now, let me introduce His Excellency, Mr. Vishwat Isara Phakdi, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, to elaborate more on our contribution to Expo 2028 Phuket, Thailand. Please welcome.
Mr. President of the BIE General Assembly, Your Excellency Ambassador Shui Jia-Chol, Secretary General of the BIE, Mr. Dimitri Kakensis, honorable members of the BIE, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be here with you all today to share Thailand's vision and expected deliverables for Expo 2028 Phuket. Thailand wishes to underscore the need for the international community to work together to tackle global challenges and advance our common agenda for our people, planet, and mutual prosperity. With Thailand's commitment to realize the Sustainable Development Goals through our homegrown development approaches, we have adopted the Bio-Circular Green Economy model as our national development strategy to build balanced, inclusive, and sustainable growth through partnership among stakeholders. The legacy of the Expo will undoubtedly create lasting impacts globally, regionally, and locally in terms of both social and economic contributions. At the global level, the Expo 2028 Phuket, Thailand calls for global actions through the Phuket Declaration. This includes the Harmony Index as the paradigm shift measurement for all mankind to live in harmony, rather than limiting humanity's priorities to just wealth and finance. Next is the Planet Care practice, which serves as the framework for humanity's balanced coexistence with nature. And the last one is the Nature Care First mindset for responsible consumption and utilization of resources. At the regional level, Thailand's strategic location allows us to serve not only as the gateway to the ASEAN market with over 600 million population, but also as the hub of opportunities in terms of cooperation and business advancements of ASEAN Plus 6, penetrating to a huge market with half of the world's population. As part of our national strategy and the city's development plan, the Royal Thai government stands ready to fully invest in the Expo project. The revenue distribution will be divided to support the local communities that are adversely affected by the Expo, compensating the carbon offset from the Expo, and promoting the country's development towards a sustainable future. For visitors and participants, the Expo will offer unique opportunities for collaboration, dialogue, network building, and knowledge sharing with other startups, innovators, and participants from across the globe. Excellencies, distinguished members of the BIE, the future that we endeavor to create is the ultimate legacy and gift for the younger generation and for next generations to come, more so than even for ourselves. We therefore would like to take this occasion to humbly request your kind and positive support for our candidature for the Expo 2028 Phuket, Thailand. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณมากครับ